If you're someone who is always on the go and then you get struck seemingly out of nowhere with an illness or setback, it may be time for you to embrace your personal season of winter. Hi, I'm Elle, intuitive wellness coach for women and the creator of Cycle Magic, a method of manifesting your best life by being in alignment with natural energy cycles. Life is busy, and you may feel as though time is speeding up and moving faster than ever before. As part of this digital or information age, we are on the go and pushing our bodies and energy systems to the brink, and then feeling exhausted or tired but wired and lacking in deep restorative sleep. We rely on technology, stimulants, and convenient foods to help us keep up with the many obligations and opportunities of life. It didn't always used to be this way. In fact, the generations alive today are dealing with what's known as an evolutionary mismatch, as our genes are switching on and off trying to keep up with this way of living. Many women are operating in misalignment from our natural energy cycles. We sometimes feel that the only way to keep up with the demands of life is to be always on the go. And then suddenly disaster strikes. You're forced to take a detour from your busy life to take care of your health. This can be frustrating and create stress and worry on top of whatever illness or ailment you're having to face. We have all experienced a sudden setback like this that pulls us away from our usual schedule. How can we cope with this scenario in a way that helps us accelerate our chances of healing and returning to our lives in a new and better way than before? In my work with women, we talk about viewing this setback or temporary health issue as a metaphysical season of winter. It may be spring or summer or fall outside, but very often what's happening here is that it's a time when the universe wants you to take a break from your fast-paced life to rest, rejuvenate, and look inwards. If we look to nature, we see that the plant needs the darkness of the soil in order to sprout and the sun to grow, and then it bears fruit. Then its leaves fall away. It doesn't produce constantly, and that's very often the way we are accustomed to operating, constantly producing until our energy reserves are burned out and our mind, souls, and bodies send us a message. For women, we have an inherent energy connection with the moon cycle and with our personal cycles. There are 4 phases that we move through in our cycle, and I've named them according to their energetic signatures: Attune, Awaken, Thrive, and Surrender. Today, we're talking about the phase called Attune, as it's connected to rest, stillness, and inner reflection. It's aligned with the energy of the new moon, menstruation, emotions, the element of water, and the season of winter. The mood of the attune phase is ethereal. It's an embryonic place where potentials are conceived. It's where imagination, meditation, and intention rule. They have the power at this time to work as a magnetic force to attract and pull your desires into your reality. It's a sheltering time to pause, breathe, rest, make friends with the stillness, and look inward. But it's not a passive time, because if you've ever looked into the void, closed your eyes, opened your soul, there is a limitless supply of wisdom, intuition, deep healing, and direction available there. This is your personal season of winter, beckoning you inward to discover your soul desires and to help you get back in alignment with the life you really want to live. Doesn't it sound like a place you'd like to visit? So how do we do this? How do we embrace this personal season of winter to help us rejuvenate our mind, body, and spirit? We can either align with this energy of attune on a monthly basis as part of our personal cycle or the moon cycle, or we may find ourselves so out of touch with it that the stillness, the immobility, the restfulness of this phase has been forced upon us, and we've been thrown off our usual pathway of activity in a way that brings us into this realm. So if you're going through a temporary setback or health issue, you may want to welcome in this period of restfulness and take it as deeply or as inwardly as you care to travel. To embrace the attune phase, we can get clues from what we do when it's truly winter. What are the things that would bring you comfort in wintertime if you didn't have any other obligations? We like to get cozy, we want warmth, we crave soft textures, warm drinks, nurturing soups, cocooning indoors while it's dark outside. So we can invite this energy into our world and go deep with it. It can be a time of huge breakthroughs and transformational shifts. If you're feeling stuck in a time of forced rest, try shifting your perspective and embracing this as an inward journey to be in touch with your true desires. Get quiet and meditate. Write down your thoughts. Release emotions and frustrations. Ask yourself deep questions about your current way of living and your level of fulfillment. Use your imagination to envision a more balanced life. What would that look like for you? How could you become an energetic match to what you want to attract and manifest? What are your special gifts? What are your frustrations telling you about the kind of boundaries you might want to embody going forward? If you feel weighed down by the burden of external stress and expectation, your inner winter is a time to let it go and welcome in your Elsa era, attune with your magical powers of the feminine. By journeying deep into the restful reflection and supportive, intuitive energies of this phase, you may just help to speed it up. And just as with each season, we view this time as just a phase that will eventually cycle out into spring. Try to hold a level of trust in the universe that what you're going through is just a phase and that your own personal springtime is just around the corner. Lay the groundwork now for how you want to flourish, innovate, and grow when that time comes. So how about you? Have you ever gone through a situation that threw you off your usual path? Did you try and power through it and avoid resting, or did you surrender to it? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for being here. Give this message a like and subscribe for more wellness tips.